Now then, it's a bit of a more standard list, I guess. It's not quite normal because we are running the Godlings, but it is a Spelliter list. I was running something very similar to this uh, season before last, was running it in Invigorate instead, but the main reason I was running it in Invigorate was because being able to buff the Godlings and your sorceresses up to 6 from 4 meant they were much, much safer against removal, and it was all good. However, Reckless Flurry is everywhere, and 6 points is not safe against Reckless Flurry. It's not even safe against like Enslave because they have assassinates and things like that. So really, the value you were getting from protecting it from removal just isn't there anymore. So I've just gone back to Precision Strike. Could probably run this in Nature's Gift. I think if you're going to play Nature's Gift, you just want a good version and do loads of symbiosis stuff. You don't really want to mess about with Alza and things like that. Um, but I mean, this list has been pretty solid. I think the Godlings represent something quite interesting because you can play them down, and a lot of the time they're working the same as sorceresses. They're a 4 point card that must be removed, or they generate huge value, but they're at the same provision cost as sorceresses. But the difference is their value is infinitely higher than sorceresses. You know, if a sorceress sticks and you get an orb, for example, it's played for 12 points. You get a Sarah or Johnny to stick when you get a Neuromancy into Elza into um, three orbs. That's 12 points from right there. Um, and there's potential for them to get more going onwards. So they represent an even larger threat than sorceresses. And what this adds on with is your opponent already wants to remove the sorceresses, so they're going to use their gutting slashes and things like that on sorceresses, on seers, on whisperers, and you basically have a lot of these relatively small units that should be easy to remove, but you have a deck running tons and tons of removal, they're just not going to be able to. And so it's gone pretty well. The general like game plan is round one you really want to be setting up for those huge swing turns with Alza later on. So what you want to be doing is, getting a seer to stick, using whisperers to get a bit of points in the round, using your sorcerers, and then maybe Simless to get all three of those orbs sort of stacked up, ready to go on your Alza. And then what you're looking to do in the round you're looking to win the game with, so whether that's you're going for a tour or you're going into round three and looking to win, you want to be trying to set up as much as possible for that swing turn. And some matchups they're just going to have so much removal, you don't get the value. That's fine. You still get the huge value from an Alza. It's all good. So you want to get your Johnny down, you want to get your Sarah down, you want to try and get a Seer down, you want to try and get a Whisperer down, and then you finally go for the Alza. And the more you've got stuck on the board, the more point swing it is, and then you still have God as that finisher. And that's really the basis of the deck. You have three very big point potential setups with Simless into orbs. You have God as a finisher, and then Alza, and then all of these little support bits around it. So you need to keep that in mind. You have three major sources of points. So if you expend one, you're down to two, and then you're down to one if you use another, and so on and so on. So we'll go into the games. Just before I do, we do have memberships available now. They're 99p, gives you access to loads of good stuff, and it helps support me. If you don't want to go the monetary route, completely fine. I am helped out massively by subscribing, commenting, liking, all those kind of things. So anything's appreciated, and we'll go into the games. This is kind of nice for us, right? Um, because their removal is so limited, so limited. I would have liked to have hit something a little better. I would have liked to have seen like a Seer, Similars, or yeah, basically Similars or a Seer would have been nice. But we can work with this. Bountiful Harvest. We can probably get some more sorceresses. We've got Salve early, which is always a good thing. Genuinely consider pinging those, but I think we go Bountiful Harvest. We try and hit the Archer. Never doubted it. Never doubted it for a second. considering double leader, but I was like, nah, no. We high roll it. I will go into all of the very, very boring math surrounding it, but you have a high chance of seeing any given target off Bountiful Harvest because you... Alright, I will go into that. The 7 options, you see 3 of them. You have a 1 in 7, and then a 1 in 6 and a 1 in 5. Basically, your chances of not seeing them work out pretty good. You're in a pretty decent position. I'd probably explain that so badly, but basically the idea is you can quite reliably expect to see any given card. So it's, you know, if you're hunting for a particular one, you're not necessarily in the wrong to try it, basically. Which is why when you come up against someone using it, you will see they pull Whisperers or Sorceresses like 90% of the time if they want it, because it's just, the chances of finding it are so high. I reckon we take South here. Take another Harvest. Take another Harvest. I don't love getting another Whisperer though. Really don't like the idea of that. And this is okay. You know, we're ahead on even. Could take a Karathi onto again. My fear is obviously is She Who Knows, because obviously there is like the threat of them just 2-0ing us. Yeah, I think we maybe pull a Seer with a Nero. I mean, this does set us up for a really gross situation where they have some form of removal for this. Not removal for this, sorry. Graveyard punish for this, but let's just hope they've not got a Javier or a Squirrel, because we want to go Decree into Simless. Diversion is good news for us. Diversion is very good news. Because realistically, their only source of removal for cards are basically, what's it going to be? Like a Turd Prince and a Parasite, but I don't imagine they run a Parasite, so it's basically Turd Prince. Mistress, okay. I mean, double ping and a Karathi's not bad. Yeah. Which one we burn? I mean, burning Witch Apprentice isn't bad. Burning Griffin isn't even bad. Since that mix there. But I guess they've got Conquer anyway. Oh, I'm so dumb. I definitely didn't forget about those alt. But I think it's actually fine. We have spells. We have spells, we're fine. We have a quite efficient deck coming up, you know, we can get Alza, get Seer down. We get the win on even, which is really, really important. We do not want to be messing about in a round 2 with them. They'll just push us to nothing. So we actually want Alza in hand. So we want to find Johnny and we want to find Sarah. Don't want to be finding Sentinels there. I'm gonna keep... No, we drew that. Yeah, just so we can go Maxi and see how he's looking. Draw these 3. And then we can go a Nero into a pack to use it on Seer. Job's a good one. Alright. Alright, that's like perfect draws to be honest. Because we can chuck down Alza and then a Nero packed onto Seer. We get the 13 from the Nero, we get the double 4s from packed. And we're good to go. I think this is just a pass here. I'm sure we don't go a card up, but I mean it's just kind of typical, right? Because Every time where I don't use Maxi, our upcoming cards are just awful, and we lose because we have terrible draws. So I'd rather not lose the card and be certain, I guess. So this is going to be a whole load of setup. Basically going to get all 4 of these set up, then go Alza and Aeromancy, finish it off. Is the plan. Because they're going to have, they might have a third prince. So, maybe Johnny or Sarah get taken away, but if that's the case, that's kind of fine. We're okay with that. So which one would we rather get eaten away? I don't know, but Whisperer. Nothing short of a Parasite removes Whisperer here. And if Whisperer sticks, obviously that's like so many points. This represents like 14 points if it sticks. That's kind of a good thing. Like all of these just represent so many points if they stick. Thinking. Good outcome. Good outcome. So we weirdly want the Seer more than we want any of these. Just which one would we rather get eaten? Johnny has a chance to hit the armor. So I think Johnny's the one. We could probably kill this Bruxer as well. We can do this row because we're going to get 3 more spawns off this. It's not going to fill the row. We just took all of this on the back row and we're good to go. Keep a Thrive off the board. They're well away from Sabbath at the moment. Looking good. Looking good. In terms of top end stuff, they've basically got like Muna, Adder. Alright, so one of them's removed. It's kind of what I was talking about. Decks always have limited removal options, especially Devotion decks. Deciding Oberon? Oberon, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Ratcatcheress kit. Alright, and now next turn. It's like we're down 20 points, but the amount of points we're going to get from this swing is just ridiculous. That's a pretty good outcome for us. Alright, and here we go. Here we go. I forgot about the salve. Oh, we got salve as well. And we get an engine. Beautiful thing. Kind of what I mean, like, we were down like, what, like 25 points, and I wasn't worried for a second, Because it's just going to swing over. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, Death Wish, Maruna could be a problem for us, but, I mean, we can play around it quite well with, like, Sentinels and stuff, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Okay, we actually didn't brick. That's always a good thing. So they're probably just gonna play a Manticore this round, I reckon. I think no matter what happens, Manticore just kind of ruins our day. So we'll give him a decent choice. Anira being at the bottom is not nice. Not nice at all. But in terms of the other draws, let's think about the other draws. See a Sentinel, but we can throw it back. We're going to take... These two are going to get stripped out. So we see South next round. We see Sarah. We already have Johnny. We'll see an Alza, but we can put it back. I don't know. I feel like missing an era is too much for me. It's too much for me to feel okay with. 13-point consistency card sat on the bottom. This game, I swear. it has it out for me. But I think this is pretty decent here. What we can do. This at 8 is really nice because now Manicore doesn't deal with this. Means we can go into Whisperer. Okay, they're going to egg this, but that's okay. So, just how we want to do this. I think it's just Whisperer, and we try and hit. I'm gonna say try and hit a Bountiful Harvest, and there we go. We could honestly do 2, couldn't we? Yeah, I actually think so. Because of course, you know, they could have a Maruna, they could have a Manicore, you know, something like that, but this just represents so much. You don't want to pass, do you? But let's say they consume that plays for 4, 8. 8 plus 6, 24. They actually get ahead just by consuming these. So we can't quite pass. Yeah. A little unfortunate. I mean, I would have really liked to pass on 7 there, require them to go to a long round. Yeah. Like I say, we were at 23. We just don't get away with that. No, we're still ahead. We can take this nice and slow. We'll go Simless into Orbs. That'll get us well out of reach, and then we'll probably pass then. That sets us up nicely for the later rounds. To you. To you. To you. Thinking about it, I should have used this first because I don't want to click that because then all the orbs come out. So actually not clicking this was missed boost onto Gord and just missed points this round. But like I say, don't see a world where they want to play into that round anyway. So yeah, I guess in fairness, there's not too much we would have got off that we would have cared too much about. Alright, so let's drop you. Let's drop you. Tell me we don't just miss an era. That's cruel if we miss an era after I actually rejigged it. I guess the only things we really need to find is like Sarah, Arathi. That's about it. Succubus is actually okay, you know, because we can like Karathi that if we want to. Which feels super weird to say. But it's probably just a Karathi onto... Oh my god. I don't even want to draw another one. Because if we hit Alza, that's kind of terrible, to be honest. Kind of terrible. I can't take the next mulligan because we have 2 bricks, we have 2 good draws, and we have 2 kind of bad. I mean, these are bad, but they're not great. Alright, let's roll the dice. So we have a 1 in 3 that's a bad outcome, 1 in 3 that is a great outcome, yeah, and 1 that is normal. We'll take that. We can take that. And because Maruna and things like that exist, we're probably gonna have a bit of a gross time getting set up, but we can deal with that. We can definitely deal with that. Because if they take this, I'm probably very happy. Yeah, because they're already going to overswarm. Just with how Horn works. Alright, that's good. So let's say this gets Manicored. This probably gets Manicored, let's face it. Then we'll just get these set up, and we can be nice and patient, you know. Once we've done the Alza stuff, we can then go like south, and then double harvest, Alza. And bearing in mind, all of those boosts are just going to go on Gord, just going to keep going on Gord, so I'm kind of fine with that. And kind of the reason I don't mind them taking Whisper is like they maybe have like one spell max. We kind of don't care. Haven't seen a Mana Core yet. Don't like it. I think the answer to that though, because we haven't seen a Mana Core, is just using our leader. Now, meant to hit the one, but matter. This just plays around Mana Core too well. Too well for me to say no to. Right, that selection there. Yeah, I should have played Johnny first. We'd rather Johnny die rather than Sarah, just because it's Death Wish, and of course they have another answer to it. But that's okay. Not ideal, but we'll live. No triple Morin. There's the potential for triple Morin. Yeah, I mean those removals are really sad for us. And having no Karathi is really sad. So let's evaluate if we take Karathi, it's like 12 more points. So if we lose by 12, it's me drawing. Or maybe me just getting greedy for the Anira. Either or. Yeah, so we can just go salve. Using Ulderic. I don't know, I don't think we care. I don't think we really care too much. 8 points of removal from him, it's unlikely. Get Succubus, that's fine. I mean, just got the rats. It really doesn't matter too much, I don't think.
They can hide, but there is no escape.
Yeah, I think missing that Karathi is going to matter. I think missing Karathi is definitely going to matter. Which I don't love. Definitely don't love. I think I should have just killed this. That was not great.
We're not done if you can still I could drown you.
It's alright. God's going to play for 19. We got some points coming. I don't expect they've held the third Prince this late. I mean, they could have, but I doubt it. Weavers, yeah.
I'm just a sexy little fucked up machine called life.
It's all kind of sad, isn't it? We have a Dryad though. We do have a Dryad. I guess we take that. It's 6 points. Oh, we can make the last consume kind of worthless. No, wait. No, we shouldn't have done that because they're going to consume the Harpy Egg instead. Oh, that was bad. If they have a consume, they consume the Harpy Egg. Or it could just be like a Karathi or something. We lose this anyway. They've got 6, 7, 8. They've got 8 more points. But we'll see what the last card is. Iran. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't have a dirty mind.
Yeah, I think if even one of the Godlings would have stuck. I mean, maybe it was just pushing him round 2. I don't know. They always want a short round. But oh well. Oh well. Yeah, I think there's points there. I think got a little unlucky that none of it stuck in round 3, but it is what it is. So yeah, if you give this one a try, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one.